Let's add some visuals to our block entity, and let's add a block entity renderer. Even more topics available in the 121 Minecraft modding courses, now with energy and fluid handling for block entities, next to many other awesome topics. Alright, I'm back and tell you once more, and in this tutorial we'll be adding a block entity renderer to our pedestal block entity. So last time, of course, we've added the pedestal block entity, which allowed us to, well, basically save an item by right-clicking on a block in that particular block entity. And now we're going to make it visual, because that's going to be, it's just going to be looking absolutely fantastic. In the entity package, we're going to make a new package called renderer. Inside there, we'll make a new Java class called the pedestal block entity renderer. There we go. This will implement the block entity renderer interface over here of type pedestal block entity. We're going to hover over this to implement the render method and then create the constructor ourselves. So this is going to be a public pedestal block entity renderer. And here we're going to have a block entity renderer factory.context as the parameter. And there we go. When it comes to the render method, that's going to be quite interesting. For this, we actually need to do two things. Number one, we're going to copy over a helper method. This is just to get the light level at a specific position in the world. Basically just to have the light correctly render something inside of our render method. And we also need to change the pedestal block entity, because what's going to happen is the pedestal is going to display the item and it's going to slowly rotate, and this rotation will save right here. So there's going to be a private float over here, and that's going to be rotation equal to 0. And then here we're going to have a method, and that's going to be the get rendering rotation method, custom made over here. Highly recommended you go into the description below in the GitHub repository to actually, number one, get the method, although the method here is super simple, right? It's literally just going to add every time it's called 0.5 to the rotation. And if it exceeds 360 or is equal to that, then we're going to reset it to 0, so that we basically go from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So it's going to continuously just rotate around. And the rotation, that's all happening in the render method over here. The contents of this I'll also copy over, but then I will explain. So the idea is as follows. We, of course, wanted to render a specific stack, and that stack is we're getting that from the block entity over here, from the pedestal. We're getting the stack of slot 0. So this is going to be our inventory slot, and we're going to have an item renderer. And we then are going to render this stack via the item renderer. Now, the craziest things here with the matrix are basically things like the idea is as follows. We can manipulate the rendering before we basically render it. And that's going to be a translation. We want to scale it and we want to multiply it, which means a rotation. So translating means we're shifting the position of this, right? We're changing the position. Scaling obviously is making it smaller or bigger, and multiplying means rotation. And we're rotating around the positive y-axis, and we're doing that with certain degrees, and the degrees we're getting via the get rendering rotation method that we've literally just created in the pedestal block entity. What I recommend over here is you play around with the numbers just to get a little bit familiarized with the rendering process, because rendering can be quite complicated and there's like a lot of different nuances here. But overall, that is basically how you'd render an item inside of the world via a pedestal block entity renderer. And there we have it. Now that we have this, we can go on to the tutorial mode client class, and we can basically add this. Now this is going to be the following. We want to call the block entity renderer factories, this time factories.register, passing in mod block entities.pedestal.be. And the second parameter is the pedestal block entity renderer : new. And crazy enough, I know, but that is actually everything we're going to need. The rendering itself is like, this is a, not a huge class over here, but it is hard to master, right? If you want to do all sorts of crazy things, you could definitely do them. However, yeah, basically the rendering stuff is quite complicated. With this though, that's definitely going to be a good first step. And also it's going to make our pedestal block entity super freaking cool. But with that said, let's jump into the game and see if it works. Oh, I found it back in Minecraft. If I turn around, you can see, look at this. How cool is that, huh? Even the blocks work, because that is also just like basically a thing. And you can see the blocks also look freaking fantastic, and I can put in whatever block I want or whatever item I want, right? I can do, let's do a redstone. Let's get a diamond over here as well. Why the frick? Now let's get a diamond sword. Okay, exactly. Let's display our diamond sword over here. There you go. Redstone dust. So you can see that everything here works and it looks absolutely fantastic. I really freaking love this. And that is a block entity renderer added to Minecraft. Awesome. As per usual, all of the code is available to you down below, but that's going to be it for this tutorial right here. Next time in this video, we'll also add a custom menu to our block entity. Hope to see you there. So, yeah.